the Minion cloning machine. In the laboratory of Gru, Dr. Nefario pushes in a large machine covered with a cloth. He pulls the cloth away, revealing a strange device filled with wires and blinking lights. One Minion is placed inside. The machine shakes, lights flash rapidly, and poof! The door opens. Two identical Minions step out. Gru crosses his arms and watches, clearly satisfied. The two new Minions immediately start doing housework. One Minion mops the floor at lightning speed, leaving it sparkling clean. The other washes dishes, but soap bubbles fly everywhere. Gru sits comfortably reading a newspaper, nodding happily as the chores get done faster. Dr. Nefario, excited, walks to the control panel and turns a large dial to a higher level. The machine begins to shake violently. A flood of Minions pours out like a broken dam. Dozens of Minions run everywhere. Some slip on the soapy floor and crash into each other in a rolling pile. Others climb onto the ceiling lights and swing like monkeys. Another group runs circles around the lab table. The chaos quickly spreads through the house. One group of Minions races around the living room riding vacuum cleaners. Another group opens the fridge, grabbing bananas and tossing them to each other while eating wildly. On the sofa, several Minions jump and dance crazily. Gru tries to grab one Minion, but the moment he turns around, three more dash past his legs. Dr. Nefario suddenly gets an idea. He throws a banana into the machine. The control panel lights up and switches to reverse mode. The machine emits a powerful beam of light and begins pulling everything toward it. The Minions running everywhere suddenly notice the banana inside the machine and rush toward it. The suction pulls them backward through the air. One Minion riding a skateboard is lifted off and sucked straight into the machine. Another Minion eating a banana gets dragged along with it. One by one, dozens of Minions fly through the air and disappear into the machine. The machine slowly quiets down. The door opens again. Only one Minion steps out, looking around in confusion. Banana car race. Inside Gru's laboratory, a group of Minions are busy experimenting with bananas. Kevin squeezes a banana into a small machine and watches banana juice flow into a glass container. Stuart sniffs it and makes a disgusted face, while Bob happily claps his hands. Suddenly, Kevin gets an idea. He quickly sketches a banana-powered race car on a board. The Minions' eyes light up, and they all shout together, "Banana!" Instantly, the lab turns into a chaotic workshop. One Minion attaches wheels to an office chair. Another stuffs a bunch of bananas into a fuel tank. Stuart puts on safety goggles, but accidentally installs the exhaust pipe backwards. Within minutes, 3 strange banana cars are ready. Kevin raises a flag made from a banana peel and shouts,
go.
"Ready, go!" The 3 cars shoot down the hallway of Gru's base. Stuart's car moves incredibly fast, but the banana engine begins spraying banana juice behind it. Another Minion slips on a banana peel that falls from Stuart's car and spins around like a top. At the next turn, Bob's car starts shaking violently. Bob laughs while driving, but the banana fuel tank begins to swell bigger and bigger. Banana! Uh-oh! Boom! Bob's car explodes into a cloud of banana foam. Bananas splatter everywhere across the hallway. The other Minions slip and fall one after another like dominoes. One car loses control and crashes straight into a tall stack of bananas. Bananas roll everywhere. At that exact moment, Gru steps out of the elevator. He stands still for a few seconds, staring at the scene. Minions lying everywhere. The floor covered in bananas. And one banana car still spinning its wheels on the ceiling. Gru sighs. Minions! A Minion suddenly slides past him on a banana peel. Gru closes his eyes and shakes his head. Clean it up, all of it. Gru is holding a mop and cleaning a massive pile of bananas. Behind him, a Minion secretly finishes building Banana Car 2.0. Inside the house of Gru, the 3 girls are sitting in the living room. Agnes Gru holds a small, colorful candy and stares at it for a moment, looking unsatisfied. She imagines a giant candy taller than herself, her eyes lighting up with excitement. Agnes runs over to Gru, holds up the small candy, and spreads her arms as wide as possible to show a really big candy. Gru looks at her adorable expression, sighs softly but eventually nods. In the laboratory, Gru and Dr. Nefario begin building a candy-making machine. Gru presses the start button. The machine begins to rumble as syrup flows through the tubes into the mold. A giant candy slowly forms. Agnes stands in front of the machine with shining eyes. When the mold opens, a huge candy appears, almost as tall as Gru. Agnes jumps up happily and hugs it, but the machine does not stop. The lights begin flashing, and more syrup keeps pouring in. The candy grows bigger and bigger. Gru quickly presses the stop button, but the control panel starts beeping with warning sounds. The mold shakes violently. Suddenly, the giant candy pops out of the mold and falls onto the floor with a loud thump. It begins rolling across the laboratory. Minions are pushed and tumble to the sides. One minion gets stuck to the sticky candy surface and is dragged along as it rolls. The lab door bursts open. The giant candy rolls straight out of the house. Gru, Dr. Nefario, and the minions panic and chase after it. On the street outside, the enormous candy rolls downhill. It rolls across the sidewalk, knocks over a street cart, and continues through a park. Pedestrians jump aside in surprise. A group of minions jump onto the candy trying to stop it, but they just spin around helplessly on its slippery surface. Dozens of minions cling to the candy, licking while spinning around it. The candy slowly becomes smaller. It rolls slower and slower until it shrinks into a small round candy that fits in Agnes's hand. Agnes happily picks it up, while Gru sighs with relief behind her.